Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos in which I play chess, I showcase chess openings and stuff like that. Instead, I'm going to watch a chess amateur trying to beat Magnus Carlsen with only 1 month of practice in chess. It took me about 2 years to get to my peak rating of 1800 in Rapid, ELO of course, and chess.com. So I don't really have high hopes for this guy, but let's see.
The final challenge is to defeat world champion Magnus Carlsen at a game of chess.
Interesting.
I would consider myself an extreme learner.
An extreme learner. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that means he is extremely good at learning new stuff or he just learns a lot of new stuff, right? But okay. He masters a new skill every month. Okay, interesting.
Often akin to traveling, where you're in a new environment or you're experiencing new stimuli.
Finish the Saturday in New York time.
Everyone can relate to that feeling of being in a new place and traveling. And
land is standing backflip.
And I think for many people,
it's all kind of impressive, but it's like nowhere near beating it. It's like it doesn't compare to beating a grandmaster in chess. Come on, I mean, this is all impressive. I won't be able to do any of the stuff he showcased so far, but I mean, beating a grandmaster, that's like, yeah, that's something else.
Learning something new can also trigger those same
pull-ups in a row is impressive, although I don't know about that form. And I don't know what that is, but sure.
Defeat world champion Magnus Carlsen at a game of chess.
He wants to defeat world champion Magnus Carlsen in a game of chess in 1 month. Okay, I don't know if this guy is like serious about it, if he believes he can do it, or... But I don't know. Okay, let's see what he's going to do.
Could I reimagine or create a completely different way of thinking about chess, where that I could play a competitive game in only a month's time?
I am Magnus.
Okay, so he wants to recreate chess. I guess he wants to try kind of a different approach to what normal chess players do. I mean, it's interesting, it's creative at least, but I mean, finding a new way to play chess, a game that's like so old, like multiple centuries old. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty impressive though that they were able to actually like pull Magnus Carlsen for this. Like he agreed to doing this, which is impressive for sure.
I'm genuinely curious to what he's able to do in a month.
Do you think you'll beat him?
No, but I've been surprised before.
That's funny. I mean, it's actually interesting why he agreed to participate in this. Of course, Wall Street Journal is a credible like source and credible like platform. But I mean, Magnus Carlsen, he knows he will beat him and he won't stand a chance. But he probably got paid a little bit for sure as well. But it's interesting like why he agreed to doing this in the first place.
I first sat down to try to figure out how I could possibly play a competitive game against Magnus with only a month of training. And I very quickly realized that I just couldn't climb that chess skill ladder fast enough in a month. And so if I wasn't going to learn chess like a human...
Okay, yeah, but... so he probably never played chess. He was like, okay, I can beat this guy, the world champion. If I'm creative, I'll be able to do it. And he sat down, studied a little bit of chess, and he realized, yeah, it's not going to work. At least that's my guess. I mean, it's interesting because... For most people who have never played chess, they're like scared of playing chess often because they see it as like this difficult game, this very complex game that's like over their head. So I guess like people overestimate often how difficult chess is because it's quite easy to learn, but this guy clearly like underestimated the difficulty of chess. But okay.
The other option I had was to learn chess like a computer. The idea is that could I build an algorithm in my computer that looks at any given chess position and without having to go any further, any deeper, could say whether that's a favorable position or not.
Okay, so he wants to get some help and create a chess algorithm, so sort of like Stockfish or AlphaZero, what they use now. Which, okay, I don't know if he wants to use the algorithm or the program, or maybe he wants to create an algorithm and then try to copy the algorithm's thinking in a sense, right? So he doesn't really use the algorithm, he just learns how to play chess like an algorithm, which is impossible because there are so many different positions. It's like, yeah, I mean, you're not able to learn like a computer how to play chess in a sense. And if he, of course, if he is going to use the computer to play against Magnus, well, I mean, of course, even I can beat Magnus if I use a chess computer. So that's not really impressive, I guess. That's literally cheating. It would be funny though if he grabs a couple of anal beats and well, we know the story, but okay.
One thing that I did not anticipate was how long it would take my computer to come up with this algorithm. And so as we're speaking right now, my computer is still chugging away. So right now, as I'm sitting here, I have nothing memorized. I think the game starts in the next 3 hours.
Okay, so wait a minute. Not only wasn't he able to memorize all the moves, of course, but this algorithm also was not able to memorize all the moves or come up with all the games and make it into some kind of algorithm. So he doesn't have an algorithm. He didn't learn chess in the traditional way. And he has a game in 3 hours against Magnus Carlsen. Okay, so his plan of beating Magnus Carlsen is falling apart very quickly. It's actually a shame they didn't show like more footage of him like learning chess, because did he like spend all his time making his algorithm, or did he also like learn chess and learn openings? I guess we will wait. We will have to wait and see.
So I'm excited to experience the first in-person game from the other side of the board.
Okay, so he's still smiling, but he knows what's coming. Like, it's actually interesting because if I was this guy and I had like nothing prepared, my algorithm didn't work, I would be like embarrassed and like scared. But this guy, he's like still smiling. He's like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. Maybe he's still confident he will win, but I don't think so. "20 minutes later, what happened?" Checkmate. That's not surprising, of course. I couldn't really see like the opening moves and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a convincing win for Magnus Carlsen. I mean, 22 minutes, I bet like most of the time was spent by Max Deutsch trying to come up with something, but of course it didn't work as we expected, of course.
Keeping him a little bit nervous for at least 8 moves was a minor victory.
It's interesting because I think they didn't really show the moves, but they went into some kind of Spanish, I believe, which is of course very common theory and very common like moves. But it would have been funny if Magnus like played H5 or A5 on the second move and this guy had no clue what to do, because I bet he learned a little bit of opening theory. They might have agreed on a certain opening to play, but of course like even I would be able to last like 8 moves in a Spanish to Magnus Carlsen, but yeah.
It was one of the most interesting experiences of all the 12 challenges, so I'm definitely glad I had it.
It's actually interesting because of course like this guy didn't know what he went into, like he didn't realize how hard chess is, and it's like not like any other skill. But he stayed kind of positive, which is nice, of course. Like he had a positive attitude, and I believe he had some fun and learned something about chess, which is of course nice. Okay, so I guess to conclude this video, I mean the conclusion isn't really like surprising. I mean, he lost the game. He didn't stand a chance, of course. But still interesting. I mean, he tried to approach chess from like a different way, which is interesting, but it all didn't work. I'm kind of sad they didn't show more of like how he made the algorithm and how he learned chess. But yeah, still, I mean, this isn't really surprising. It's kind of a fun video though, I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of entertaining to watch. But yeah, no surprise, Magnus Carlsen won the game, and this guy, yeah, he probably has to stick to some other challenges, which are less difficult, of course. But I mean, you can't blame him, really. Like, he had the opportunity to make a video with Wall Street Journal. He were able to bring in the world champion of chess. So yeah, I would have probably done the same. Although, probably before the challenge, I wouldn't have said like anything like, oh, I'm going to beat Magnus Carlsen. I would have been, yeah, okay, that's not going to work. But I will give it my best try. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different video. If you guys liked it, make sure to like the video, I guess, subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this kind of videos, I guess.